Nam yo ho ning ge ko 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 nam yo ho ning ge.
Hi, I'm Margaret, and this is the website where we take Buddhist philosophy and practice and apply it to the problems of everyday life. And today, our topic is your goal too big to believe? If so, what do you do? We have a question this week. What do you do when your goal seems so far removed from where you are now, and it seems as though you're affirming something that simply isn't true? This is an important question, as this is a problem for many people. Let's imagine if you were setting out to climb Mount Everest. You wouldn't try to climb it on your first mountain climb. You would work up to it, setting lesser goals first, leading into your major goal. Perhaps your huge goal is like Mount Everest. You could set intermediate goals which would prepare you for the big one, but always keeping that big goal in mind. You could just chant for the first step, for that matter. That might be more believable. I wouldn't affirm the goal since you can't believe it. Instead, set the determination that you're going to accomplish it no matter what. So first, set your sincere resolve to achieve your goal. That inner determination, which is invisible to the eye, activates the positive forces of the universe and appears as solid, actual proof. I have a friend who envisions her determination like standing on a radio tower and radiating that indivisible attractive force 360 degrees around the tower, pulling to her what she needs to help her achieve her goal. Then renew that determination to achieve your goal every day. Now, something that can help is to envision something specific which would signify to you that the goal is achieved. My husband and I did a major remodel for our home. We had no idea of how it would happen, particularly as we didn't have the money to complete it. But we envisioned the house as a beautiful place for practitioners to come and chant. For me, what signified that goal as being completed was visualizing the inspectors coming through and approving our work, which would be the final hurdle. Let's say you were buying a house. You could see yourself as being given the key to the front door. That would indicate the closing was over and the house was yours. So try having a specific small thing that would indicate that your goal has been achieved. The next important step is action. Action tells the universe that you're serious about your goal, and taking action steps toward your goal can help you develop the belief that the goal is possible. Something wonderful happens when you start to move forward with a goal in mind. The universe takes steps to meet you. Surprising ideas appear to move you forward in ways you could never have imagined, and you receive support you could never have anticipated. The goal, which initially seems unattainable, begins to look more possible and then probable. So let me give you a personal experience. As I told you, my husband and I were doing a major remodel on our house, and we had a construction loan with a deadline to get the work done. The bank was given by us a list of projects we were going to complete, and we were given by the bank a deadline of 10 months to complete them. Everything went wrong at the beginning. The concrete work took much longer than expected, as we had 3 basement walls that had to be replaced where only 1 had been anticipated. Because of the extra concrete work, we had used up most of our money and a lot of the time that could have been used for other projects. Because we didn't have much money left, we had to do at least half of the work ourselves. Fortunately, my husband, Arden, knows a lot about construction, and he used his practice to get information on how to do the different projects. He used to say it was like tapping into a big library where he could always find the answers better than any he could think of himself. Since I was new to construction, I learned an awful lot with this house. I had to learn construction skills such as setting insulation, pulling wire, and being a general all-around gopher. Arden does beautiful work. He always builds on the 100-year principle. That means his project will last for 100 years. Now, we had an inspector assigned to our project who was known for being extremely difficult. He was so taken with Arden's work that he went out of his way to show my husband how to do things so that he wouldn't get into trouble when inspected. This was entirely unexpected support. I chanted for the extra money we needed without telling anybody. It was a major challenge as I had to keep my mind out of the abyss of doubt. I had to redirect my mind towards seeing the goal as completed anytime the doubts showed up. And as I did that, week after week, while chanting for the money, family members stepped up and offered me the money I needed. More support, and a surprise. We were under the gun because of the construction loan date, which was in June. If we didn't complete the work, there was the possibility of losing the house. And in April of that year, I realized we weren't going to be finished by June, and with trepidation wrote the bank telling them everything we had accomplished so they wouldn't see us as deadbeats. The bank did charge us extra to extend the loan, which didn't help any because that was our problem. We didn't have enough money. But they didn't try to foreclose on the house, which had been my fear. Then the oddest thing happened. The bank didn't charge us a second or third time, even though we were 6 months over the deadline when we were finally finished. I remember Arden and me looking at each other and saying, "Are we being protected in some way?" Then, just as we were completing the last project and expected to be finished the next day, the bank told us we needed to be finished by 3 days from that point. It felt as though we'd been protected in many ways. These are the kinds of things you can't anticipate when you chant for a goal while taking action as ideas come to you. I think that at the beginning, you don't have to believe the goal, but you do have to have the determination to accomplish your goal, no matter what. And you need to chant and take action toward that goal until you achieve it. So, in summary, today we covered how to set a goal so that you can believe it. If it's a big goal, set lesser, more believable goals leading up to your big goal, or just chant for the first step. Set a determination that you're going to accomplish this goal no matter what. And then envision something specific that would signify to you that the goal is achieved. Renew that determination every day and take action as the steps come to you. And finally, enjoy the process. I'm sure it's going to be full of surprises. Here are some related vlogs. Do you know how the universe communicates with you? Do you know why a determination is important when chanting for a goal? Do you know the difference between a determination and forcing through a goal? As always, I'm always interested to know what you're thinking. So please keep the comments coming. And I'll see you in a couple of weeks.